And to start with, just to let you know, the lipstick today is my favourite Blast Stick by CoverGirl. Just to let you know, this particular colour is called Stunner, and I'm nearly finished. That's the base colour, you can see that, and then over the top, I had to go digging for it, is this great colour, and the combination I adore. I'm getting to the stage where I'm going to have to start throwing some lipsticks away, and so I'm trying to use up what I've got here. And I'll be very sad when this colour says goodbye, because I've always enjoyed it. I'm certain I will buy some more. The thing I wanted to have a go at today, and go at would be the word, is an eyeshadow palette that I thought would go really well with what I'm wearing. It's by Wet n Wild. And the first thing that I found was it was quite difficult to open. And I'm talking about this because I think makeups so often are made for young people, you know, who don't have arthritis or anything else. So I'm just mentioning these things in case I'm not the only one that has this issue. And if you also have this issue, please let's talk about it, because if enough of us talk about it, then maybe they'll find easier ways. The other thing I noticed was that I'd really like to learn how to put this on properly, and I know I can watch lots of vids, but my attitude is they've gone to all the trouble of showing me on the back how to do this. The only problem is I've got to put glasses on to read it, and if I've got glasses on, I'm not going to be able to put the makeup on, am I? So I understand that this is not possible to do both. They very kindly, I thought, put the names of the different, for example, this says brow bone on here, and base, and so forth. So they have written it here, which I think is very, very clever for those of us who are a bit older. And I presume by the time you have worn off the words, because I don't think they go all the way down, you'll probably know what order to put them in. Very clever. I give that a thumbs up without a doubt. And of course they've got these little tiny things in them, which I can't use because I don't have that sort of dexterity anymore because of my arthritis. So I'm going to use my Dirty Great brush that you all know very well, along with my water, which you know I like to put my eyeshadows on wet so they don't go all over everything. And of course I've got my wet wipes ready to clean up the mess I make regularly. Right, as we know, I'm not the best for following instructions properly, but I thought I'd give this a try. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my wet wipe out so that I can clean my brush quickly in between colours. And let's see what we can do. It says the first thing, I guess it is, I guess you put it on in the order that, I'm going to try that, put it on in the order in which they came, alright? So the first thing is to put on, oh gosh, and I foolishly closed it. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is to put on the base. Makes sense that that should go on first, right? So I presume that's a primer of some sort. And as I said, for those of you who don't know, I like to put mine on with a damp brush because I find it just, you don't end up with nearly as much of it all over your face as you do with... Okay, so that's the base on. Alright, let's look for the instruction. The next one they have is the brow bone. Okay, and the brow bone one is this beautiful colour here. So let's just get a damp brush on that. So let's try that. Oh yeah, it's nice, I like that. It's a stone sort of colour. not one I would have put on with the brown, but I guess they know what they're doing. Okay, and the third colour is the eyelid colour. Let's just clean the brush a bit. Now I'm certain you're all telling me, okay, so the eyelid colour is this one out here, so I gather you go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, I would think. Interesting, how many of you are going, I'd probably like to go in one direction so that I would know which order to put them in, but never mind. So this is the eyelid colour. That's just my logical side. Let's try that. It's quite a nice colour, isn't it? And yet, it's strange. Now I'm going slightly above my eyelid because I've got hooded eyes. So I like to go slightly above. Now I know when I put the crease thing in, that's going to go up there as well. Okay, so that's a little bit above. And then, let's have a look here. The third one was the eyelid, and now we're going to go into the crease. And that's the darker one, so let's go into the crease one. Okay, and that's this one down here. It's interesting that they give you so much of that, so obviously you're meant to put quite a bit of that on. That's how I look at it. If they give you a lot of it, you know you're meant to put quite a bit on. That makes sort of sense to me. Again, if you just above my eyes because I've got hooded eyes. Interesting colour though. Now, I don't put mine on with a very fine brush, and I'm sure a lot of you probably do. It's just, as I said, I find it much easier at my age not to be too perfect about it all. Alright, and the last colour is the defining one, which is this colour here, and apparently I meant to put that on the outside and sort of coming in here a bit, so best of luck. So let's try that. Okay, so put that here, and just a little bit there. Okay. Yeah, a little bit there. Now, okay, got a bit of a problem going on there, but we'll blend that in a second. Alright, so that's basically all of the colours. Now, I understand that I could put a brow line, an eyeliner in here. I'm not doing that today, mainly because I'm about to go and do housework. Alright, so I always finish up just doing this in case I have spread it a little bit farther than I should. So I go, that's just with my wet wipe. Look like I've got it, like I hit myself here. Alright, so this definitely needs a little bit of see if I can use this tiny little brush. This needs a little bit of blending in here. I didn't bring my other brush with me, so let's just make a plan. Okay, and we'll blend a bit here. Not too bad at all. As I said, for somebody that's a little older, would have liked to be able to open it a lot more easily than I did. It's a new colour palette apparently. It's by Wet n Wild, and I should have mentioned that at the beginning and I didn't. And it's called Colour Icon, and the palette name is number 395A, The Naked Truth. Don't we love that for a name? Anyway, so basically, love the combination. Love the combination, and I think with a little bit more playing with it, I'll get that down to no time at all putting that on. So, not bad. This is Dear Mama Sol saying thanks for watching.